How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I've got a bit of good news for you. Franco Mostert, his red card up against Italy has been rescinded. It was deemed only a yellow card offense. Now, this raises another question. Referees always go unpunished. They make decisions that affect games, affect outcomes, and nothing happens to them. But yet, when a rugby player makes a split-second decision in a heated moment, or he goes a little bit high, or what is deemed not low enough, he gets a yellow, a red, or even a permanent red, as we've seen in this case. Now, what happens with referees? Should they be held to a higher standard? And where is the consistency when it comes to rugby? Because over the weekend, we saw multiple different offences, which were more dangerous than Franco's, but he got a red, and some of the occasions, there wasn't even a TMO intervention. So where is the consistency? So what's going to happen? Should referees be held to a higher standard? Because honestly, I do think so. And I also do think, just as rugby players get hit with fines, they get hit with bans, they even have to go to tackle school because of things like this. So should the referees. The referees should be sent, and the TMO, whoever it is, they should be sent for additional training. They should miss a certain amount of games, just as a rugby player would. Because otherwise, there's never going to be a consistency. Referees will always be able to rely on the fact that nothing is going to happen because of the decisions they made. Yes, there is backlash. There is craziness that goes on, and I'm a big component of this, where referees should be held to a higher standard. Referees should also have repercussions for their actions and their calls. They should take longer time. I mean, the TMO said that they saw clear head contact, where I didn't see any clear head contact. And obviously, the disciplinary committee didn't see head contact either, which is why it was dropped from a straight red to a yellow card offense. So, calls into question, what's going to happen? How can there be more consistency when it comes down to rugby? Because, again, multiple different occasions. South Africa have been subject to multiple red cards while up in the north, and it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. I don't know where South Africa are being targeted, because it seems like we're the only ones that are getting straight red cards. And thankfully, we are South Africa, and we have the depth like there's no tomorrow, and we are able to sustain, and we are able to perform even when we are down to 14 or 13 men. But South Africa should not be subject to this, because just as we saw, Sam Prendergast hit a high tackle where nothing happened, to where Franco Mostert or Loer de Jager gets straight reds for tackles that I would deem, worst case, would be an upgraded yellow into a red, which would mean a 20-minute red card, not a straight red, leaving them without a player for 40 minutes in Loer de Jager's case, and 70 minutes in the case of Franco Mostert. So where's the consistency, guys? Where is the consistency? Because this thing keeps happening time and time again. And up in the north, I'm sorry to say, but the refereeing has just been absolutely abysmal. We've seen so many horrible calls. We have seen so many horrible, just like the decisions have just been absolutely ridiculous. And it comes to a point where you think, what is happening? What is happening here? So I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this. Obviously, South Africa now do have Franco Mostert back. He's ready to go. But what's the likelihood of South Africa getting themselves another red? Could we be up against Ireland with 14 men, maybe from the 5th minute this time? Or will they give us a little bit of time and leave it until the 50th minute? South Africa, I think they actually hold like the most tackles that are low and are clean. Everybody talks about South Africa being dirty and things like that. No, South Africa are not being dirty. Yes, we are aggressive. Yes, we are physical. And rugby is a physical sport. It comes with the game. You are going to make high tackles. You are going to get hurt. But are we going to be giving straight red cards to everybody because, it seemed a little bit high? Yes, I do understand tackles. Yes, I do understand player safety. But in Loer de Jager's case, yes, he came in quick. But just as many times before, we've seen players coming quick. It looked a lot worse than what it actually was. You look at Franco Mostert. He came in quick, but it looked a lot worse than what it actually was. So, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Mostert ready for Ireland. Lovely to see him back. What are your thoughts? Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. I do feel referees need to be held to a higher standard and there needs to be more consistency in the game. So drop your thoughts in the comment section below and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.